Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to have our final thoughts on the last episode of Michonne.
Yeah, guys, what we become now, as you guys know, we do not look for spoilers. We don't know spoilers. We know a lot of you guys may know it already. We appreciate you not flooding the comments with it, but I mean, with the little information we know of, I think it's just going to be something bittersweet. I'm still going off of that she will find something of Rick's, and on that island somewhere, I think we've mentioned before that we think that he was taken there immediately due to the massive amount of blood loss. They patched him up quick, and then they moved him on, and maybe she finds something. His belt, his boots, a shirt, a watch, something, and she will walkie Judith.
Picture of Carl.
Yeah. She'll walkie Judith and say, I'm gonna go find your dad.
Yeah,
so.
You know, look, we've done a couple of videos on this, so apologies, it's probably regurgitating a lot of what we've talked about, but it's just we're a couple of days away from the episode, and can't believe it's Michonne's last episode. But yeah, I'm going to stay true with what I'm thinking here. I think she finds something with Rick. At this point, the only mystery for the episode to me is the Negan's bat thing. Like, what the hell is that all about?
I saw a comment. Yeah, I saw a comment, and somebody said maybe it's a dream sequence of her thinking like she's like turning bad. Like, what would she have become if she didn't become the woman that she is now? Would she have, maybe she is pointing that bat at Negan and she just would have killed him, just right off the bat. It is interesting that she is wearing the same clothes that she'd be wearing there as she's dreaming. Not like, I know we're going to get a flashback of her from way back in the day, with her showing the chain, or her lover and her boyfriend chained up. But I think it could be a dream sequence. Maybe she's having these weird thoughts and she's like, yeah, I would have just smashed Lucille on somebody's head.
Yeah, I don't know though. That's the only thing at this point that's
she's not making it back
for a loop. Do you really believe that? Then what is the
I don't want to believe it.
What's the big ship for that she's on?
Well, it wasn't really a huge ship. To me, it was
that was a big ship.
It was more like a
bigger ship.
It was more like a bigger fishing vessel. Yeah. I mean, it's bigger. I know what you're saying, but you could be right. It could be we saw the scene from the trailer where the little boat is burned up. Either I think maybe the people did that, and maybe the bigger boat that we've seen her on. Either that's the boat she's coming back on, or that's the boat. Maybe that's at the end. Maybe she's taking that boat to go somewhere else and look for Rick.
True.
I don't know, but I would love for her to come back. I definitely would love it. But how is it going to fit? Like, she's going to come back, but we're not going to see her that we know of. From what we know, this is her last episode. We're not going to see her in the remaining episodes. But we can't say that for sure. They could have filmed other scenes where they could have thrown her at the end. Maybe she reunites with Maggie at the end.
Yeah, another thing
maybe that's a scene.
Another thing is, like, she's not going to come back to Alexandria, right? After seeing this Rick stuff and after getting confirmation that Rick's alive, just to go see Negan and confront him with his bat. So it's not fitting. And I think I'm with you. I'm thinking it's maybe a dream sequence.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if she does come back, she'll come back and say her goodbyes to everybody.
Judith, Daryl, Carol, those are the main players. Wow.
RJ.
And RJ, yes.
Yeah, but it's just so hard to think of what they could do. I think the writers have really looked at the legacy of Michonne and Denai Guerrera, and unless Denai Guerrera said, "I want you to kill me off," it's going to be insane seeing that. But
no way.
I just have a feeling that they won't do that. Not to say that she's, if The Walking Dead continues on for season down the road, that she'll come back. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there might be an underlying thing there where she's going to end up in the Rick movies. She wants to leave on a good note, and I think having her leave to go search for Rick would be an honorable thing to do, a great way to say goodbye, knowing that she's gonna go find Rick.
Yeah, we always envisioned the Rick movies of him trying to go home, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's Michonne that has to go find him. That'd make for a great set of movies. So
it would.
Yeah, guys.
I know the big question and a lot of feelings for everybody is, would she really leave her kids behind to do that? And I say yes, because we know Judith's personality and thought process, where if she told Judith, I'm going to go find your dad, she's going to leave those kids in charge of the people she trusts.
It's RJ that's the hardest hit.
RJ is the hardest hit. I think she knows Judith can take care of herself. We know Judith can take care of herself. It's RJ.
You're leaving your blood.
Yeah, you're
not that there's nothing there with Judith. Don't get me wrong. She's raised Judith.
To her, that's Judith. Her blood. Yes,
but that's her blood.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That's going to be the hardest for people to know, is if she doesn't get back, she's leaving her kids. But you have to think, she's doing it for a big reason. And unfortunately, we will have to wait for the Rick Grimes movies, probably the third one, for them to shoot a scene where all of them, like him and Michonne, walk up to the Alexandria gates. They're met by people, and then they don't even show the camera panning into Alexandria. They just keep the camera there, and the gates shut. End of Rick Grimes movie.
End of Walking Dead main show. I've always said that the Rick Grimes movies will lead up to the end of The Walking Dead. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be other stuff in the universe of The Walking Dead, but I've always said that the Rick Grimes is the end game here.
Well, we got to think. The first Rick Grimes movie is not going to be coming out till 2021, supposedly. So that's running into season 11. The next movie, 2022, that's season 12. That's going to be
2022.
Yeah, if 2022. So you got to think, Walking Dead's going to have to keep pushing till season 13 or 14 if they can, because once after season 11 hits, it's going to be all canon, guys. The comics book source material is gone unless they regurgitate some of the stories in there and mix it around. Now, we'll be like, oh my God, that story was way back in the past, but they didn't use it, so they could pull it forward and make it work.
Yeah, so, definitely. And
they could make it work.
I'm almost excited for that time frame. Yeah. For a time frame where I don't have to kind of already know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. But getting back to Michonne, there's not much left for me. I'm excited.
I'm ready.
We are doing a reaction for this in the remaining episodes, of course, but I think it's going to be emotional. I think the one thing I've mentioned numerous times is I think Virgil is still a question mark. Yep. Is he... We got from the trailer, he's kind of given some misinformation, but will he betray her, or is it just he just doesn't know? He thought his family was here, and now it's not. Maybe he helps her find something of Rick's.
Assuming he has a family.
Yep. Maybe he guides her in the right direction. That could work. Or does he just completely betray her and
he's one of those people?
Yeah, that's why she's running for her life that we've seen on the island.
Yep.
I hope it's not that, but he just has this vibe.
I hope so too. I hope he's a genuine person and someone to trust because she's putting a lot of trust into him, and it would be nice to, reciprocate that. But I don't know, man. He's a freaky character.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, he's very intriguing. He really is, but it's the circumstances of how he came upon Oceanside and talking her into about these weapons, and the main goal is for her to bring these weapons back. What these weapons are, to kill the Whisperers. Will she make it back? It could go to your theory on the boat. She could be loaded all those weapons onto that bigger boat. That'll help, but does she make it?
I'm a firm believer that she doesn't make it back, simply because if she does acquire weapons and she does bring them back, well, then the Whisperer War is done in a heartbeat, because they are going to mow down whatever comes their way. Mm-hmm. Guess what? That's not happening.
No.
It doesn't fit the story.
It's going to be a lot of hand-to-hand combat, which was what it was in the comics. Yeah. Yes, they had some firearms, but it was more hand-to-hand.
So that goes to Michonne not making it back.
Yeah.
There's not... And here's another thing. They have not purposely put walkie-talkies into a couple of shots these past few episodes for absolutely nothing.
Correct. We saw the one with Judith calling out to Daito.
Specifically that one.
That one. And then we saw in the trailer... the quick one with Michonne, with her being very emotional. Yeah. it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But they're not showing a lot, which is great. And I think they did a good job doing it that way. We know that there's probably spoiler sites that have picked up a lot of behind the scenes stuff or news, but like we said, we're not looking at that information because we want to give you guys a true, genuine reaction when we do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So. Anything else?
That's it, guys.
That's it. I hope that was good enough for you guys, because let us know your thoughts on this last episode. We would love to hear what you think, especially. We love the comments as always.
Yeah, guys, this is pretty much just a last video before our reaction, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're always notified when we upload new content. Follow us at NocBro Nation on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Josh.
I'm Jarrell.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.